Okay, so the reason why I'm showing this video is because I was deprived of my due process. I had put in a motion long before court date came up. The process of the 36th District Court is to hear a motion within 7 days and you to actually uh, put in for the motion, and the motion is supposed to be heard on a Tuesday. Now, in the Michigan compel law, it states if the court has its own procedures, then you go by their procedures. But if they do not have their own procedures, you go by the Michigan court rules. Okay? So at this point in time, with them depriving me of my due process and continuously to say they did not do the process that I was putting in for the motion to dismiss, then therefore I went by the Michigan court rules. They expect the individuals or the citizens to go by rules, but when Caucasians walk in black courts against black people, then they want to change the rules. How is it that a person of a different color can have a different law and a different privilege put into a court of law? My due process was taken away from me. The judge didn't want to hear me, although if the process would have went correctly, I would have been able to show these videotapes in court to show that the attorney was lying on the oath. But I didn't get that privilege. But the attorney got the privilege to lie under oath. So I'm about to show another video on what took place. So keep watching. I have called for the media to, although it's not a huge shooting, it's not a car crash, it's not something that you would take in hands and say, oh, this is a big story. But little stories come to be big stories. If they keep getting away, if attorneys from the suburbs keep coming into the city of Detroit, and the courts in the city of Detroit, although most of the judges are black, treat the black people like second citizens because you have a Caucasian attorney, presenting himself that he is better or he is more superior. Then therefore, why are we as black people following these laws they call justice? Here's the video, people. So I'm getting ready to go back into my business, and you see the letter is still on the door. No one has taken it out. No one has put a name to anything. And you will see what I'm saying when I say the courts are corrupt. Because these type of attorneys file these frivolous documents like this, and they file them so they feel that they can get away with it because they know the judges, and you are just individual, especially if you're black, and that's a problem in the city of Detroit. If you're black and you stay in a poverty community, and even if you stay in an upright suburban community, they are to the point where they feel that if you're black And this is the reason why I'm saying we need change. And it's not just because we in poverty or because we in the city of Detroit. We need change to make sure that whoever's sitting in that seat is actually doing their job equally, neutrally amongst every citizen.